Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Marcos here. We're on more English immersion at Talk and Talk. Today I'm here with Camila, Mateus, and Ricardo. And our conversation will be about journeys that changed us. As you know, I need to make a quick introduction about Talk and Talk and myself. So Talk and Talk is not an English school. Talk and Talk is a platform, is a community where we can practice not only English, but also Spanish, French, Italian, German, and Mandarin. We focus on getting confidence to speak fluently. Talk and Talk has a methodology that they believe that anyone following this methodology can go from scratch to completely fluency in less than 12 months. I'm here in Talk and Talk for a year, started in August 2024, and since December, I've been leading immersions as a host. And leading immersions is part of our learning process. So I need to say that I'm not a teacher, I'm a student as well all my colleagues here. Talking a bit more about me, I live in São Paulo. I'm 48 years old. I'm married, father of two girls, teenagers, twins. I work in the technology field for more than 20 years. And for the last 15 years, I've been a project manager. When I started in Talk and Talk, I had the goal to get fluence to get an international opportunity in my career, and Talk and Talk has helped me to get this goal in April this year. Later. In my free time, I like to travel with my family. I also go to gym. That's it about me. Mateus, please introduce yourself.
Hello guys, hello YouTube. My name is Mateus. I'm Mateus. I'm 3 years old. I'm living in Feira de Santana, Bahia. Uh, I working with commercial planning, so like to analyzing data and looking for improvement or results, looking for a way to achievement your goal, make analysis, and look review to key 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 points in the operation. Uh, I am married. In my free time, I like to run, ride a bike, travel. I love travel, and that's it.
Thank you. And you, Camila, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Camila. I'm 40 years old. I'm living in Pirassununga and I am a marketing professional. Nowadays, I'm studying more English because I'm looking for a new position in international marketing. And in my spare time, I always love it to practice exercise, to travel, to know new places and new people, and to connect with more different cultures in my life. Uh, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Camila. Ricardo.
Hello, guys. Have a wonderful day. I hope that you reach all of your dreams today or during this week, could be. I'm married. I have a daughter, and I love movies. That's it. I'm here again. Let's go to get some more information regarding English.
And you are from São Vicente, the first city of Brazil, right?
Exactly, my friend.
I felt stranger when I missed this part of your self-introduction,
Oh
so I
yeah.
need to recap with you.
Yeah, I try to send a kind of message like a advertisement. Huh?
Great,
A lot
great.
of people don't really know regarding this information.
Yeah, it's an important information. Thank you. Welcome, Brizola. You came at the moment. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe some seconds later.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. My name is Lucas Brizola, but eu chamo Brizola. I am 29 years old and I'm from Sorocaba, São Paulo, Brazil. I live with my mother and my dog Mel. I am single. I have two tattoos and a real passion for cooking, especially desserts. In my free time, I love reading, watch movies in the series, and listen to music. I've been working recruitment and selection for over 10 years. This year, I started studying English at Talk and Talk, and every day I move close to my main goal, becoming fluent in the confident English. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So let's start. As I said before, today conversations will be about trips and chance. This title is Journeys That Changed Us. So let's start with the first question. What's the most memorable trip you have ever taken? Ricardo, share with us.
Uh, Let me see. I don't read the question number one. Uh, the most memorable trip. Uh, I don't know. I don't use it to travel so much. Uh, I I I would like to mention when I go to the uh, Natal at Rio Grande do Norte. That's a wonderful place. Uh, I don't know if you pay attention on the news and other stuff. There are a lot of I don't know how do you say moinho, né? There are a lot of uh, how do you say? I don't know the kind of thing that provide the energy from the wind. I don't know how do you say in English. Energia eólica, né?
Let me see.
So in the it's common you watch the news and the other stuffs regarding this kind of situation. But when you go to this place, you understand because there are a lot of wind. So every day doesn't matter if you is a sunny day or is a rainy day, there are a lot of wind. So in this case, you understand that's the wonderful place to catch energy from the wind. So and the yeah, that's a nice view. That's a wonderful nature for every place. I I was uh, traveling for this place, and the guy requested me some. You'd like to see the dolphins on the sea floor?
Oh,
Okay, but if you guarantee that you could find dolphins, oh, it's a guarantee, my friend. It's not possible to guarantee. Dolphin is a friend of is a friend for my friend because you could I don't know make a phone call and the dolphin suddenly appears on the sea. Oh, it doesn't matter, my friend. It's a guarantee. You could pay and you could uh, how do you say uh, travel in using a boat and suddenly the dolphins appear. So that happened. Uh, it's true. When they reach some part of the sea and this suddenly appears a lot of dolphins. That's a wonderful experience. And I could mention Natal and the Chile. It's not exactly so great, but it's different perspective. It's easy to reach the place, for example, near from the, I don't know, Cordillera, and the some people like, but I don't really like to. I forgot the name in English. I don't know. Sometimes there
No,
is a snow. That's so common. Sometimes occurs a blank in my mind. So that's you could see snow for every place in that cordillera. So that's nice. I believe that is unfortunately I don't travel so much, but yeah, I'm young person yet, so I pretend I intend actually to travel more during my life. That's it.
great, thank you. And you, Camila?
Uh, I have ever two big no, but memorable trips in my life. I believe the first one, it was my first travel to other country, and it was totally alone. So for me, it was very nervous. I was very nervous because it was my first time in the other country with the other language and totally alone. And I had a very, very nice experience. I stayed for 20 days traveling for Panama and Colombia. And in Panama, I had a memorable experience in a small isla with indigenous, I don't know. And I slept in a small cabins in front of the Caribbean
Oh,
Ocean. Wow, it was wonderful. I stayed 3 days there and ate a food prepared for them. And wow, it's a very different culture, and it was so nice for me. And to be a woman and traveling alone, it's hard, it's difficult. And when I came back, I felt very strong because I could do this, and I loved it, and I didn't stop anymore. And the second very memorable trip that I had, it was when I went to Canada to study English for 1 month. And for me, it was a big dream to have this opportunity to study, to do this exchange. And my parents couldn't pay for me when I was younger. And with 30, 80 old years old, I could pay. And I went there and I studied, and I felt very happy to realize this during my life. And I could see snow for the first time, and I cried a lot because it's so so beautiful to see and to touch the snow, and I made a trekking on snow, and wow, it was wonderful. And after that, I stopped in Los Angeles with my best friend from my life, and I could realize another dream to travel for a highway in California by car, only me and him, and it was a very nice moment in my life.
amazing, amazing. And you, Matheus?
Um, I will say when I backpacking for Europe, but I recently married and I don't say to do that. My honeymoon 2 months ago, it's my best trip with my wife. We went to Argentina, Buenos Aires, and it was amazing trip. We we love it, the food, the everything that we really loved, and we always say we come back, we will come back another time. So for me, it's this that trip, and second, when I was backpacking to Europe, it's really really good, and I grew up a lot because I travel alone, and it's the first time I traveled alone, and it's a huge, um, huge. I forgot the word. Desafio for me,
Challenge.
challenging for me, and I just alone. Everyone I know it's too far for me, and I need to se virar. So it's a really good experience for me.
Great. It's your turn, Lucas.
Uh, After hearing hear your traveled, I am even embarrassed to say mine. Uh, Guys, I'm not a well-traveled person yet, but the most memorable trip I've ever taken has my first solo trip when I was 17 years. I went to Balneário Camboriú, and it has a
Nice
very
trip.
special experience because it gave me a sense of independence and freedom. I had to make my own decision, explore the city by myself, and I feel the proof of that. It has the beginning of many others adventures in my life. Yeah, that's it.
Great. As Matheus said, honeymoon is always special, and it will be. I'm married for more than 20 years, and I still remember about my honeymoon. Uh, we traveled to Argentina too. But I wanted to share another family experience. In fact, two. The first one was when my daughters were very young, less than 2 years old, and it was our first time traveling abroad with them, and we went to Uruguay. It was not my first time in Uruguay, but as I said, our first time as a family. And it was challenging traveling with two babies and all that luggage. But people were so helpful with us that it made our trip amazing. And we had the opportunity to meet a new city in Uruguay, and we loved it. The city, it's a small city that is a mix of Tiradentes and Paraty in Brazil. It was the name of the city is Colônia del Sacramento, and it was an amazing trip. And some years later, we had another interesting trip that I will always remember. We were planning uh, family vacation. We were at the table after a dinner, a family dinner, and we were talking about our next vacation and thinking about possibilities. And I mentioned, oh, we should travel by car to the countrysides. And one of my daughters asked me, well, what do you mean travel to the countrysides? And then I realized that we have traveled a lot. Fortunately, we could travel a lot with them for the last years, but we are always traveling by plane. We are always going to an airport, taking a flight. They we are not given then the opportunity to explore more what is near to by us. So for that vacation, we planned some quick trips to cities near to our city. So we went to Campos do Jordão. It was their first time, and we also traveled to a small neighborhood called São Francisco Xavier. That is not a city. São Francisco Xavier is a neighborhood in São José dos Campos, and it was amazing. I need to say that I there was a long time that I realized I felt that peace. It's in the middle of the Mata Atlântica. It's the small hotel where we stayed is in the middle of a mountain, so we could hike in, and it was an amazing trip. And this trip give us the opportunity to uh, keep together, make things that we love together, and as I said, we could give them this opportunity to travel by car and explore cities and opportunities near home. That was I did when I was a kid in their time, with their same age. I did my wife house, so it was interesting, and that this trip is memorable for us because this after this trip they see a different relationship in these small trips. They see more value. So I think it was an important opportunity for teaching them this lesson to take value from small things too. So let's move on. Lucas, have you ever had a trip that didn't go as planned but taught you something?
No, I haven't had a trip like that because I never had the courage to take this kind of risks. I think I would be more hurried than enjoying the experience, especially about the costs and the unexpected problems. Yeah.
Do you usually plan your trips by the tail?
Yeah.
Great. So let's talk with someone who looks more adventurous. And you, Camila.
You know that I am a very adventurous. My face is told for you, everyone. Yes, I had a lot of experience in these situations, but no, I used it to planning, but I loved not to plan everything. So I prefer always to plan up, for example, when I travel to Colombia, Panama, I only bought my tickets to arrive and to come back. I didn't do reservation in hotels for every day because I like to go to the place and feel. If I want to stay more in that city, I will stay. And I want to move it to know another city, I can go. Because it's some experience you need to be there to see what it is better for you. For example, from here, from Brazil, I couldn't know what places is better or not. Okay, there are internet, but it's different. When you go there and you talk with people from that country, it's more possible to discover another places. So I like to explore. But this year, uh, I decided to do a volunteering. So I went to Bahia to stay for 20 days in a hostel, working as a voluntary, and it was not how I planned it because I needed to sleep in a oh gosh in a terrible bedroom, so dirty, and I love to cook and to prepare my meals, and there I couldn't do this. So a lot of things didn't happen how I planning, but I can learn a lot with this experience because in my mind, I was thinking about, okay, I will travel more, I will do volunteering on the road, and I can do this. I like this explore, this adventure. And this experience showed me that I'm not prepared for this because I'm a little old and I prefer a comfortable house, a comfortable bedroom, and okay, it's not for me more anymore. Maybe one day, I don't know, but in that moment, it's not for me. And okay, I can learn with this experience, so it's good. It was good.
Great. And you, Ricardo?
Um, I believe that I want you think this kind of perspective in any kind of situation in our life. You could learn something. Sometimes more relevant or not, but always you learn something. But uh, I could mention Chile because I received uh, a job of opportunity and I have to check my documents and the other stuff, things to clothes and the other stuffs, and suddenly I was traveling to Chile, and this process take 4 days maybe. So in this case, I learned a lot of different things, and I could consider planning because I just go. So in this case, that's nice. I learned some things regarding the Chile history, regarding there is a museums regarding the dictators and the other stuff. That's I became very impressed. So there is a museum and there is a candle, a vellum. I forgot if there is a electric candle representing a real candle for each person that was killed during the dictators. That's nice. Is a little shocked on this museum, and the yeah, that's it's wonderful at general. It's hard some moments because I was alone in different place and different culture in the language, but it's a wonderful opportunity. That's it.
Great. And you, Matheus?
Yes, a lot of experience. I remember in the my first day when I was backpacking. It's my first day traveling alone, and as a lot of small mistakes I committed. For example, I was in Bruges, and I was stay waiting a bus. So I just start talking with a guy there, and we um, lost the bus. So I start to make a little hum, chateado. I forgot the word. And so when what I can go now, what I do now, so I just start to make a series of wrong decisions. I buy a wrong ticket to train. So, oh my God, I wrong again. So, okay, I just calm down and buy a new ticket and traveling. So when I mm, in Bruxelas, I'm going to Bruges to Bruxelas. I run to the train station to buy a ticket, and when I buy a ticket, the train pass, and the guy say to me, "This is the last train. You lost the train." Oh my God! Again, and this is I don't know 1 a.m. and I don't know what I can do now. So I just think so I will call a Uber. So I call a Uber and my cell phone discharged when Uber is came. So it's 1 a.m. I don't know the name of my hostel. I don't know what I can do. And I just signed to the tax. Please stop. And tell to them you have a a way to charge my phone because I don't know the name of my hostel and I don't know where I need to go. So the guy has, and he helped me, and I I I eu consegui, né, ir para o meu hostel. So when I that night when I think I to review what the many wrong decisions I do because I was too anxious, I was too preoccupied, and wrong decision. I need to think and calm when the the things go to the another way. When the things uh, don't have where I didn't do where as planned, okay, calm down and think, because if I just act, probably I will do a wrong decision. So this is another. This is I changed my point of view the whole trip, and it's a very good knowledge to me.
Yes, sometimes we go from bad decision to bad decision just because we didn't take a moment to take a deep breath, and but it's important to learn something. Guys, I was thinking here in some trip that things didn't go well. Uh, I, I, when I preparing to trip, I'm in the middle. I consider that Lucas and Camila are in opposite stages of a line. I'm probably in the middle. Uh, I get to know about it, especially if it will be the first time. I will search something on the internet to get to know about the place, see what should I pay attention, important points to visit, and I will have a initial planning, but I will save some space to local discoveries. So that is the reason why I think I'm in the middle. But that was a family trip when things go wrong for me. Fortunately, just for me. When I met my wife, she she had a dream to travel again to Disney. She had the opportunity to when she was a teenager, and she said to me, "Oh, I have a dream to have another trip to Disney." And I remember, oh, that will be tough. I have no curiosity about Disney. To be honest, I don't like the American culture, but okay. And we live it together. I don't know how, and we live it well. We are fortunately we are living well by today. But when our daughters was born, were born, she said, "Oh, that is time to plan our trip to Disney with them." And this day come. Then our daughters were 7 or 8 years old, and I remember, oh, I will dislike this trip. I don't like Disney. I will hate. But of course, I was the only one not excited about the trip. So I create this bad feeling in my mind, and I convinced them to save some days from our trip to go to Miami. At the end of the trip, I loved Disney, I loved Orlando, and hated Miami. And I felt curious of with me because I took I took then the opportunity to have more days at Disney at Orlando just because I was with this uh, preconceito. Sorry, guys, I lost the word in English. I was this, and I come back furious with me. Our days were not good in Miami, not because of Miami, but because of the way I was feeling with myself. Also, my wife was not feeling good. This trip was few days ago. It was in January 2020, so a few days ago before the lockdown. We sometimes we think that my wife could be feeling COVID-19 some symptoms at that moment. So, but I felt bad with myself that because my this bad feeling, I I give them a bad advice and a bad influence to the family trip. So what the lesson that I learned from this is uh, if you're going to do something in your life, you are traveling, you are performing a task, do it with open heart. Do it with open mind. Do it with your bad, with your good feelings, with your good energy. Because if you are giving your best, you will probably receive the best. But when you are doing things with your bad energy, it's impossible to give just good things on results. After that, when we are thinking about some vacations, nowadays I am probably the first one who insists to return to Orlando. Not my wife or my kids anymore. Uh, Mateus, question number 3. Do you prefer traveling alone or with others, and why?
I prefer traveling with others. Uh, I think it's more funny. It's more you have a better experience. Not so sometimes I want to travel with a lot of friends, but sometimes I just traveling now with my wife. So, but totally alone, I think if it's possible, everyone should be traveling alone one time almost uh, once traveling alone because traveling alone it's change your point of view a lot of things. You grow up a lot of because you just alone and you need to do everything. You need to think about everything. So for me, traveling alone, it's important. So if it's possible, traveling at least one time but I prefer to traveling with others.
Great. And you, Ricardo?
Uh, I believe that any kind of thing is better when you share with another person. Sadness became a little smaller, and the happy moments increase. I feel happier. I could mention, for example, I don't know, a kind of spirituality, travel. I don't know, for example, the the people used to say Santiago de Compostela. So I believe it makes sense you travel alone. So another kind of uh, this similar places, I believe that is better alone. But for the others situations, I believe better in a couple or in a group. That's it.
I agree with you. And you, Lucas?
For me, it's depend of the situation and the purpose of the trip. If I need, for example, if I needed to clear my mind or relax after a stressful period in the work, I prefer traveling alone because it gives me peace and the time to returns. But if the trip is for fun, entertainment, or new experience, I enjoy going with friends or family. Yeah.
Great. Camila?
Um, I always prefer to travel alone. I don't know if it is because I don't have anyone in my life, but if I travel with friends, I don't have conversations with people from these places that I am visiting. I believe and I know if I travel with friends in a group or with other person, I will be more closed in that group, in that situation, and I'm not too open to new and to explore more. And like I said, I love to connect with people. I love to know new people in my life. Because of this, I prefer when I travel alone because I need to open more. I need to open my mind. I need to explore the opportunity and to have a conversation with people that if I have a friend there, I will not do this. But sometimes we need to have a travel when you only to go to have fun and you are sometimes I'm so tired. Okay, this travel I don't want to know people. I wanted to go there and to enjoy with friends. In this situation, I prefer little days because for me, it's very difficult to travel with others. I like to be alone. I like to my freedom. So okay, I want to wake up early and go to the beach, practice exercise. And when you travel with others, you need to think as a group. And for me, it's boring. I don't like it. So maybe in other moments, but nowadays I always prefer alone.
I agree with you. I usually I travel in group, in family, and that is the only group that I'm open to travel with. And it's hard. And it's hard. Especially now when my daughters are getting teenager, getting older, then they have their choice. Fortunately, now they can take their steps. So for most things, so it gives me and my wife some space. But sometimes traveling with friends is hard. Let's let's go to left. Oh no, no, right's better. Okay, so let's go 10 a.m. Why so late? And the other, why so tired? So that's it. Though in this situation, I think that is having group decisions in any situations is always hard and may give us more headaches than then freedom, then peace. That is, for me especially, is what I'm looking for when I'm traveling. So, Camila, let's connect to your with with the next question. You gave us an amazing point of view. So, I will ask you: have you ever met someone interesting while traveling?
All the
Give us
time.
we know that the answer is yes. Give us more
Example.
details, please.
Yeah, I will give. I will give example for this year in Bahia. I knew a guy in the hostel, and when I saw him, the first impression, okay, it's a foreign. Foreign is correct word? Yeah, yeah. Okay, he's a foreign. And in some moments, I saw him speaking Portuguese, like a foreign speaking Portuguese, but it's a
Perfect.
very, very good Portuguese. And he was so beautiful, so great person, and younger, a very, very younger. And I started to talk with him, and I discovered that his mother, is a Brazilian person,
Oh,
and his father is Ireland. Um, and so he speaks Portuguese since he's born. He lives in Portugal nowadays. And then one day we went to see the sunset, and he told me the history of his parents. And I cried a lot because it's a very beautiful history. I love histories. And in one travel that his mother was alone traveling for Colombia, and he knew his father. And in that moment, she has a boyfriend, and they didn't get in that they didn't met in that moment, but in other occasion in the future, they started to change letters. Change no, I don't remember.
exchange,
Trocar,
probably.
exchange,
Exchange.
exchange letters, guys, letters. So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Our
Uh,
time.
yeah.
My
So
time expression.
one day his father paid for his mother goes to
Amazing.
Ireland, and they stayed together until nowadays. And these guys, it was very important for me to listen to this story in that moment and to know him. And he is very different for every guys that I know here in Brazil. I believe the people from other countries sometimes is different because I don't know, they are so sincere this no, so honesty with the feelings, and very true. And we Brazilians sometimes we are so difficult, the malicious, I don't know.
Yep.
And then now we are very, very good friends, and I hope one day to visit him in Portugal. And he was traveling for Brazil for 6 months, and he loved the Brazilian culture, Brazilian, everything from Brazil. And so this is an interesting thing in my travel.
Amazing. For me, guys, it was in my honeymoon. Uh, we were at Buenos Aires in a tango concert. Uh, that one designed for tourists. So it was a very long table, different groups sitting at the same table. And on my right, there was an uh, elder guy from the United States. And these guys loved to talk, but he didn't speak any Spanish. And he was trying to talk with people, and in some moment he started talking with me. And as I mentioned before, I study English for 30 years. That is the time that I work with technology. So I
30
tried.
years, so
I tried, and we started talking,
I
and
could
in
say some word in English, but I prefer to say tamo junto.
tamo junto, é nóis. Then, in the middle of our conversation, I apologize him about my English. Oh, sorry, man, my sorry about my broken English. And he looked at me and said, "No, man, you are Brazilian. You speak Portuguese. You are in Argentina,
Yeah.
where people speak Spanish, and you are." And this conversation is happening because you are trying to speak with me, because you are speaking with me in my language, English. So I thank you for this because
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying our conversation.
Yeah.
So I can remember his name, but I will never forget about his words, so his kind words and his face, because it was amazing. Sometimes you are playing the impostor and oh, come on, you are doing great. So
Yeah.
that is the most interesting guy.
Yeah, that's a nice perspective. No?
Yeah.
So sometimes you listen to histories regarding bad experience. Oh, you go to the French, for example, and the waiters is not exact a polite person, or another occasion in different countries. No? But it sounded like from the my perspective, should be the right one. Well, you are in another country and try to talk in this language. So this language is not your mother tongue, so it's a different language. So I believe you could consider this kind of situation in a so respectful situation. So you demonstrate take care in the other stuff regarding another culture. So in this case, you could assimilate this situation. That's a good thing, not the bad thing. Oh, you don't talk my language in from the correct way. So in this case, you are an animal and not exactly a human. So that's so weird. Uh,
For
Unfortunately, it's
sure.
happened.
Sometimes. And you, Lucas?
I'm not sure if I can say I've met someone truly interesting, but on the last day of my trip to Balneário Camboriú, I went to Bet Carreira World, and I met Adriana, I don't know, Galisteu. She has there with her song. It's a little it's strange because I was at the park. I don't know English, brisando, and out off now here, she has behind me with a from waiting her turn. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Fire Whip Montanha-Russa Invertida. And I took me a while to realize it has, oh my God, Adriana Galisteu. I said, you've been on that ride before. They say it's radical. Start a conversation all excited, you know. She took off her glasses and said, "It's more to be. Bye." Cortou o clima. Cortou o clima, you know.
Happens. Sad, but happens. And you, Mateus?
Yes, yes, a lot of, and mostly when I was in exchanging program, and some night I remember that, and I lovely we are dinner. I make a new friends and a new friend, and he called me to a dinner in your home, and that night I was dinner at a guy from Iraq, a girl from Japan, other from Chinese, and the guy from UK. So it's uh, a really good experience and have some nice history, some nice different point of view of life, of habits, about dreams, and met these people open my mind about a lot of things.
Amazing. Guys, 10:01. Amazing conversation. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you,
Hope to